Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Heel Turn, our live weekly wrestling podcast and the official podcast of ProWrestling.Cool.
It's not just cool, it's .cool.
We're here to talk about this past week in wrestling, which means we're going to talk about Raw, SmackDown Live, NXT, 205 Live, the Mixed Match Challenge, and we are 11 days away from WrestleMania. Are you excited yet? No?
What?
Anyway, I'm Owen, joined as always by John.
Joined as always by everybody out there. Isn't that cool?
It's not cool.
You need to stop playing that music because you're just destroying your audio connection. You can't blame my internet this time because I have good internet now. I got it fixed, thank you. So this is all your dumb elaborate idea.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. Finish the intro.
No. Explain to the people what you did.
What? I didn't do anything.
I can hear the audio now. You did a thing.
Yeah, I rigged it up so now John can hear all the audio cues. It's fancy.
And it's also killing your internet and making what you're saying.
Yeah, I think that's just my internet.
Point is, we're gonna figure out some kinks, folks. We'll get to it. Anyway, we are streaming live over at twitch.tv/ozononline and somewhere on YouTube. I don't know, type in ProWrestling.Cool, maybe you'll find it or something. I don't really care. Care about is that we are monitoring our chats there and our Twitter at the Heel Turn. So send us your questions and your comments and we will get to them as we deem fit. Owen.
John.
I don't know. I'm 30 now. It's
Congratulations.
Weird. Thank you.
Is
the
audio fixed now?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, it was my birthday on Monday.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you. It feels good.
Does it?
Yeah, I'd say so. I don't know. I had a fun time.
Good.
I had a crazy party that you saw cool pictures of.
I did.
You heard the story of my weird upstairs neighbor that crashed times and was very wasted, and I was not happy about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was real fun. And then I hung out and played a bunch of video games on the internet. And then I turned 30 and ate a bunch of food and drank a bunch of wine and Italian beverages.
As you do.
And then I am still 30. And it seems okay.
Yeah, I'll be there in a few months, so don't worry. Keep it warm for me.
Alright, maybe I will. Anyway, I don't know. That's about all. Played more Burnout. That game's great.
Yeah? Did you play any more Fortnite?
No. Just that little bit of Fortnite that we played. I got... You gave me the code for Fortnite Mobile, but I'm gonna be honest, the fact that it doesn't have makes me not want to play it.
That doesn't have what?
Controller support.
Here's the thing. You don't need controller support. It works really well. Like, the aiming actually feels better than on a controller. I'm into it.
I don't want to play it on a buttonless device. I don't have any interest in that.
I played a whole bunch of it on an iPad, and it is great. Because here's the thing, John. Everyone else that you're playing with, they're also playing with the same controls. So no one has like an advantage. So everyone's aiming badly, but also I'm killing like a ton of people. So
Fortnite Mobile is its own hopper. Like, you don't connect to play with PC or PS4 people.
Well, here's the thing. I figured out about how they do all the matchmaking. If you are in a party of just one platform, you'll only match up with people on that platform. But if you're in a party with another person, you know, if you're playing on PS4 and you're playing with someone who's on a PC, then you'll match up with everything.
Okay.
But so if I'm playing on mobile and you're playing on a PS4 and I matched up and I went to a party with you, then we would play against everything. Except, I don't think you would play against Xbox people.
Yeah, well, clearly.
I'm not sure.
That's a thing.
I think they might like keep it hush hush, and you might actually be able to, but they can't say it. It's very.
I feel like that's something that people say because they want it to be true, but there's no fucking way that's true.
I think you could play against them. I think you can't. You just can't party up with them. It's weird. It's weird.
Fortnite seems fine. I don't know.
Yeah, I've also all your stats and stuff carry over between the platforms. So I have my cool outfit on mobile.
I'm aware. I logged in on my phone and was like, "Yep, I'm level 5. That's me."
Yeah, and like I got like a sniper kill on mobile, and it gave me the daily challenge thing because I'm never gonna shoot a sniper on a controller, but on an iPad it's pretty good because you can scroll around and get precision kills. It's fun. I'm surprised how good it is. I also played it on my iPhone X or iPhone 10, whatever it's called, and it works fine. I wish the screen was bigger, but for being a small screen, fine. It runs perfectly fine.
Well, all right.
Yeah. The only problem is I try to do squad up games, and people on mobile are just morons. They never stay together. Like, come on, guys, I want to squad up. Why can't we all just lay in the same place? But yeah, I may be streaming some Fortnite tomorrow night if you're gonna be around and join me. It'd be fun. I've got a squad of a couple other people who want to join us. Squad.
Depends on where or if I go out to watch the RuPaul.
Alright, well, just keep me posted. And stay tuned to twitch.tv/OzoneOnline. Speaking of which, if you're watching the video version of this show, it might look a little different. John, does it look different?
That's what you tell me.
Did you not pull it up and look at it?
No, I haven't. Nothing yet.
You should look at it. It's pretty cool. We've got because before we had all the space dedicated to chat for Twitch, and it was either like not used much, or it was a bunch of garbage because the internet.
I mean, it's not like we're not looking at the chat. Like, we are definitely still looking at the chat. And
yeah, it's just not on the stream
from all of y'all.
times.
It's just, look, man, we don't need to have the chat appear and have it say, "Hey, look, Hitler Man 88 has a comment about the Wrestle Show."
Yeah, so I've done away with that. We have a new bottom bar that's scrolling a bunch of information. Pretty cool. We got a bar to the left now that has all of our different topics, so you know what we're talking about. And we got a fancy moving background now. I put a lot of work into it, and I hope it looks nice for the people who watch the video. People who listen to the podcast could not give any more shits.
That fucking special.
Yeah, so I just wanted to point that out since this is our first week using the new layout. I think it looks cool. You got anything else you want to talk about, John, or do you want to head into the news?
Sure. Let's talk about news of Wrestle Times.
All right.
Skibbity-bap. Oh, song.
See, now you can hear it. Isn't that weird? Okay. Well, John, we have breaking news to start off because this happened. Well, it happened last night, but the news didn't break till a couple hours before we started.
Break like your face. What?
Nope. The Miz and Maurice had a baby.
I'm basically threatening you.
No,
really?
Yeah, the baby happened.
Aww.
It was early. I assume it was supposed to be around WrestleMania, but they're like, nah, baby's early. Baby daughter.
Aww. Good for them.
Yep. Her name is Monroe.
Sure.
Monroe, I forget the middle name, Mizanin. So, yeah. Congratulations to the happy couple. The
Yeah,
report says
seriously, good for them.
baby and mom are home resting. Everything's good. So, yeah, some good news for The Miz.
Get excited for The Miz to lose the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleManias and then disappear for a while, and rightfully so.
Yeah, makes sense. But don't you want him to break the streak? The longest.
I do, but also I want him to go home and be a family man.
Fair. Fair. The second news topic is an interesting one.
Okay.
So, John, the women's battle royal. It was the fabulous Memorial Battle Royal,
Yeah, that sure was a bad thing they did.
and then they got rid of it. They're like, yeah, it's just a women's battle royal. It's just a name.
Whoops-a-daisy.
And so they had to change the trophy because the trophy was of the fabulous Moolah.
Sure was.
And then they debuted the new one. And boy, that is a thing they sure did.
I think that the criticisms that some people have lodged are incorrect and unfair. I don't think that it looks like a vagina.
It looks like a uterus.
It does not look like a uterus. It looks like a thong, and that is worse.
I don't think it's worse.
Hear me out here. Do you trust these people to be fucking people to write women's wrestling?
No.
I feel like having it look like a thong just reminds everyone of the fucking truth about the whole thing, which is that this is what they really care about.
I think it's just they made it look like uterus because fuck you. You took away our fancy memorial names and now it's just a vagina. Deal with it. I don't know, John. If you looked at the comparison pictures, which are like not actual, vaginas, but it's the anatomical drawing of the uterus, it looks exactly the same, John. It's the same thing. Either way, it's bad. And what are they doing? They need to make a new trophy.
Probably should make a new trophy.
I bet you they don't.
They're not going to make a new trophy.
What if they make the new trophy just like a giant Snickers bar?
I might be okay with that, actually.
Me too. Want some more news?
Sure. Is it like news that doesn't suck?
No.
Oh.
Charlotte Flair missed SmackDown this week.
I heard this.
She had injury.
What?
2 weeks before WrestleMania. It's nothing serious, actually. Do you know the story about what it is?
No, I actually don't know anything.
She had
I just know she's injured.
She had a minor dental procedure the week before, and for precautionary, because she's kind of like recovering, they let her stay home.
Alright, that's fair.
But it's kind of a big deal because she had a mixed match challenge match on Tuesday, and she wasn't there.
Oopsies.
So we'll talk about that later, but they found a way around it.
The answer is no, she didn't.
No, she wasn't there.
Did they give Bobby Roode a new partner?
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
I have one more bit of news. Guess what? It's still bad.
Oh, well, great. I'm excited.
See, I started off with the good news with the baby, and now it's all downhill from here. So the next bit of news is that Shane McMahon went to the hospital on Monday.
For what? Did Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn really kick his ass that hard?
It might be a combination of that and also just, bad luck. Because Shane having a vacation in the Caribbean, and he had to be hospitalized because he had acute diverticulitis and an umbilical hernia.
Oh shit, he's Brock Lesnar.
Things were bad. They discharged him on Tuesday, but yeah, this is like serious shit. Like, he's gonna wrestle in 2 weeks. I don't think he should.
Probably not.
But they announced they put him into a match on SmackDown, so I guess they're assuming he's gonna be ready. But I wouldn't do it if I were him. But again, it's Shane McMahon. But
Well,
yeah, this is legit. This is not a storyline thing.
that sucks.
Yep, everything's bad. Must be WrestleMania season.
Or just wrestling in general.
True. That's all I got for the wrestling news. So unless you got anything,
I have the most important news of all, Owen.
what's that?
Wrestling sucks.
I disagree.
You would.
Yeah, but speaking of wrestling sucks, do you want to talk about Monday Night Raw?
No.
Well, I need you to say yes. So I can move the topic to the next thing.
Well, I'm not gonna say it.
Say it.
So
Say it to
you're
my
just gonna have
face.
to- I am not Alex Riley. I do not approve of this.
John, I have all this rage.
I do not approve of this.
Just talk about Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw is a show that came live from Cleveland, Ohio this week, Owen.
You know the importance of this, right?
Yeah, it's the Miz's hometown.
No, who gives a fuck about that? It's not important.
Okay.
The important thing is that it was the anniversary of the final Nitro.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
And
Well, that's interesting.
the simulcast was between, the Monday Nitro, which was on that beach, and Monday Night Raw was in Cleveland, Ohio,
Huh.
in this arena.
Interesting.
So there you go. Little fun fact.
They didn't mention anything about that though, so
They sure,
cool.
no, of course not, because they don't give a shit about WCW, but I do. I just wanted to share some information.
There is a point.
What?
Let's talk about the John Cena. We're not gonna actually talk about the John Cena right now.
What?
But
he had a match.
he did, but we'll get to it later. Because what we're actually going to talk about is the comment that he made in the build-up to that match, or in trying to sell people on the match that he really wants against the Undertaker.
The Undertaker?
The Undertaker.
Why are you saying it like that?
Because I can.
Oh, okay.
The refrain that he's constantly been having is do something.
Yeah.
Which is fair, He wants Taker to make a move. He wants him to make a decision and actually agree to have this match and do this stuff and make things happen. I think that's also an accurate statement for this week's Raw.
Oh, okay.
Do something. Do anything, because the things that you're doing are basically just in service of, moving things along without making the story more interesting or anything. It's just, hey, remember this thing we did? We're probably just gonna do it again. Things, for example, like Roman Reigns getting his shit kicked in by Brock Lesnar.
That happened again?
It happened again. It was the opening of the show. Brock Lesnar was standing in the ring talking, and it was like, Roman's not here tonight because he's a fucking coward, and fuck that dude. And Roman fucking appears through the crowd and starts fighting Brock, and then Brock kills him.
Is he suspended still?
No, his suspension was over.
Okay, because he keeps showing up. It's like, dude, that's not how suspensions work. You don't go to work.
His suspension is over.
Okay.
He still died.
Good.
But then he walked to the back on his own power. So, whoa, big man.
No, I'm good.
Yard dog, dog of the yard.
I'm good.
Are you excited for this Universal Championship match, Owen?
No. John, let me put it to you this way. Remember how much shit I was talking about the U.S. title match
Yeah.
last week? I care more about the U.S. title match than the Universal title.
Well, in fairness, I mean, they did have Rusev.
Spoilers, but yes.
Hard not to care when they do that.
True.
Anyway, fucking Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
Cena. What the fuck are they doing with him? Is he evil?
Yes.
Is this heel Cena?
Yes. I mean,
Because he's right.
That's the number one sign he's a heel.
But he's also a weird dick, and I like that.
Again, you're liking him, so clearly that means he's a heel. All signs point to heel.
The fact that Cena's doing weird shit like the Undertaker sit up and the choke slam, like, that's cool and fun and makes me like a match that was not very good because, let's be honest, it's 2018 and they're doing John Cena versus Kane.
Sure is. Was that the main event?
That was the main event of the WrestleMans.
Do you know what SmackDown had for a main event?
What's that, Owen?
We had Shinsuke Nakamura versus Shelton Benjamin.
That's a strange main event.
It is a strange main event. But it worked. It's better than the one you got.
Look, Cena's fun. Kane is Kane.
Excuse me, he's Mayor Kane to you.
Not yet.
He will be.
I don't know, and yeah, like, you know, okay, so, like, let's talk about one of the few stories that they did move forward, which is, cool, now we're teasing breaking up the Miz Taraj, which, I mean, I guess needs to happen now because, you know, Miz has to go home and be a family man.
Did they actually tease it, or was it all a trick? Because remember when the Singh brothers, like, were turning on Jinder, and then it was all just a ploy? That's what it kind of felt like to me.
They're claiming that it was all just a ploy, but I don't know. I feel like there was enough real shit in there that, like, with Miz being in this place where he's not going to want to be there for a little bit because he should go take care of his newborn daughter and raise his newborn daughter, I think it would be a good time to actually pull the trigger on it, as much as I don't want them to, because let me have this.
Oh, but they could, you know, just do the thing they did last time Miz had to go away and hang out with Elias. And then go back to the Miz after.
Who says they can't still hang out with Elias?
Saying they don't have to break up with the Miz to hang out with Elias.
Why not?
Why do you have to kill their friendship? Why do you hate friendship, John?
It's the Miz. He doesn't have friends. That's the whole point. That's the whole point, dude. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is the rest of the show was just like fucking whatever. Like, nothing really of value or memorable happened. Like, you want to talk about Nia Jax versus Mickie James in a match that was basically nothing?
Did that happen?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know.
Yep. Nia tried to get her hands on Alexa afterwards and, of course, failed. I wonder if she'll get her hands on her at the WrestleMans.
Get these hands? Is that
they
a
teased
thing?
Braun Strowman revealing his partner.
I want his partner to be these hands.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be just good.
But guess what? Instead of revealing his partner, he was like, hey, I'll reveal my partner if Sheamus can beat me.
Shit, John, I just had an idea.
Guess what, Owen?
Yeah, what? And then I'll tell you my idea after.
Sheamus didn't beat him.
I can't believe it.
Right?
But John, I have an idea of who his partner is.
Okay.
Mark Henry's son.
No. No, you're the worst. No. Moving on. You're bad. Moving on.
But shaking my head.
Matt Hardy fucking is in the Entree Rumble.
Battle
Royal, whatever.
That's a cool use of Matt Hardy. Yes. Michael Cole's still being a shithead.
He sure is.
Like, I'm like legitimately like not happy with what they're doing with Cole.
Michael Cole sure sucks.
Like, it's
Newsflash.
not like heel heat. Like, oh man, I hate that character. It's like, no, I fucking hate him for doing this. Stop it. Let us have fun things.
Stop fucking burying your product.
Yeah, Vince.
Goddamn dick.
Fuck him.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I don't know what else. The cruiserweights were on the show for some fucking reason.
Yeah, I saw that. That was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when 205 Live this week was like fucking amazing and has a match of the year candidate on it.
See the Bailey Sasha shit?
I sure did. Sasha's heel?
Sasha's the heel, right?
I mean, the Mixed Match Challenge kind of showed she was a heel, so yes.
But the thing we've been hearing is that they want to turn Bailey, and they have this whole idea for Bailey to turn.
How about they both turn? No more heroes.
No, we can't have Travis Touchdown join the women's division. That's just... He is a pervert.
What about
he is a pervert?
What about Tina Touchdown?
Still perverted.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much the writers for the women's division. What's your point?
Heel turn.
Heel turn.
It's not a good show, Owen.
No. SmackDown was good this week. If you're not don't want to talk about the Monday Night Raw anymore.
I think that's different than Monday Night Raw. Like I'm trying to. Yeah, like that's pretty much it as far as I can think of. You know, Cena. I like what Cena's doing. I like Brock Lesnar killing a man. I think that's fun. But
it is.
You know, but again, like it doesn't feel like they really have any idea where they're going, and I kind of don't care because of it. Again, like look at fucking Sasha versus Bailey. Like, what the fuck is it doing?
I don't know.
Can you even tell me?
No, I mean they're throwing all the other women's under the bus just to tell this story. It's not even interesting. Like, it doesn't have any of the weight that their NXT feud had, so what's the point?
Okay, you want to play It's Raw Do You Care quickly before we go to SmackDown?
Sure.
All right, Owen. Well, let's get into it then. Asuka, do you care?
Yes, because she's coming to SmackDown.
She beat a jobber.
Oh. That sucks.
Couldn't even, like, do Dana Brooke again. Just did a local talent.
Okay.
Ronda Rousey, do you care?
Hold on, before we move on, I did hear a story about the Asuka jobber.
Okay.
Did you see the promo beforehand where she said it was her first match?
I actually didn't.
I think someone told me that it was actually her first match. Because you just started training to be a wrestler, and they said, oh, just put her out there and get her head kicked in. Cool.
Okay.
Ronda Rousey, though.
Do you care?
Yes, I do.
Ronda Rousey was hanging out in the ring with Kurt Angle and cut a bad promo.
No, never mind. I don't want her cutting live promos. I like the video packages.
Absolution came out.
No.
Tried to get her to join.
No, was this the
She beat up
hold
Mandy
on,
Rose.
John? Was this the week of the Triple H and Stephanie video, or was that last week?
No, it was this week.
It's so good. Now that's what I want to talk about.
That is some heel ass shit.
It's so good. They talk about feeding her and then repackaging her. Oh, it's so good. So on brand.
That was kind of fucked up in a way that I don't.
No, but
That felt like.
Hmm?
Sorry, I'm thinking about, because I did just remember one thing that I complained about in the Paul Heyman promo that really fucking bothered me.
What?
Was when he called out that the fucking U.S. Marshals were not real U.S. Marshals.
I mean, they weren't.
They weren't, but don't bury the fucking product and be like, this shit was fake though. Like, and that's what that felt like to me.
The Stephanie thing? No, I feel like that was...
I felt like the Stephanie thing was that too, of like, oh, we're just gonna make her this new, repackage her as this new character that fucking sucks or whatever. Like, no, you're just like acknowledging that this is all a fucking like story where you have characters.
Well, I feel like that's kind of their character, is that they're like the puppet masters, like they're the authority, like they are the ones that book all this shit. I feel like that's been their character, and that's why they're like, we own her now. We're gonna control her like a puppet, and she's like, no, fuck you.
Again, if it was actually in those terms, that would be one thing, but I feel like they've crossed the line into something a little more, let's say, acknowledging that this is a show and breaking the kayfabe, which I'm not into, because like, at least fucking take your universe seriously. Like, if you're gonna do this, at least like, don't do the fucking Vince Russo shit of writing a show about a person that's on a fake wrestling show. That just sucks.
I felt like they towed they just like tiptoed on the line for me, but I can understand if you didn't like it.
Yeah, I felt like it was a little too close to the line for my taste, but yeah, I don't know. That's about all. All right, Elias, do you care?
I'm gonna say no, because he has like nothing
Rhino.
going on.
He beat Rhino. That's it.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
he attacked Heath Slater too. That's it. Who cares?
Let me guess. He's in the Battle Royal.
He didn't announce himself for it, but no, he's gonna be in it.
Yeah. Okay. What if he isn't? Instead, we get an hour-long Elias concert during the pre-show.
Fucking can we though?
I wasn't joking. I was like an actual suggestion.
All
like,
right.
The pre-show is like 100 hours. Just have an hour of Elias singing. Come on.
One last thing, Owen. The Miz Taraj. Do you care?
We already talked about them. No.
What if I told you they did more?
No. Why? Did
They
fight
fucked the Good Brothers.
No. The Balor Club?
Yeah. Guess what?
Let me guess. The Balor Club won.
Yes, with the Magic Killer.
Can't believe it.
Weird, right?
It's fucking crazy, man.
That's Raw.
Thank
the
God.
Beginning was cool. The end was cool. To quote John Cena, do something.
Yeah, well, they do something on Tuesday nights.
Maybe figure out who fucking Braun Strowman's partner is. That might be cool.
Mark Henry's hand. Come on.
I hate you.
Hand, son. Let's go.
I hate you.
Let's talk about SmackDown.
We have to.
It was a good show. Because it started off with that god-awful tag team match that they proposed of Bobby Roode and Randy Orton against Jinder Mahal and Sunil. Except, oh no,
no,
but Sunil's injured because of the attack last week. He's got a neck brace. He's in a sling. Can't do it. So he's gonna trade in for a lion and brought out Rusev. I was super excited.
I remember when they were a tag team on the Monday Night Rim Rams.
They mentioned it. The commentary mentioned it. It was cool.
It wasn't cool because it led to them breaking up, and guess what match we got out of that?
No, we don't need to talk about that.
Big Show versus Rusev.
Please, no, we don't need to talk about that. Let's talk about good things.
Punching you when you're dead.
Like the finish of the match with the Jinder throwing Bobby Roode into the back of Randy Orton. So he thought that he got attacked, so he hit an RKO on Roode.
Ow.
And then Randy Orton got thrown out of the... the Jinder got thrown out of the ring by Randy Orton. And then Rusev's like, hey, check out this Machka kick in your stupid face, Randy Orton. And then he pinned him clean.
Not sure I'm into the champion being pinned, but at the same time...
You know the rules, John. If you pin the
Rusev.
champion, you get a title shot.
I'm not complaining about motherfucking Rusev.
Rusev's not in the Battle Royal. He's gonna win a title at WrestleMania.
I mean, he's not, but...
He's coming out in that tank again.
At least he's on the show. He's not, but at least he's on the show.
He's gonna win the title.
He's not, but
John,
at least Aiden English will get to be on the show.
John, they're gonna have a whole entrance with Aiden English singing, and there's gonna be a full orchestra playing. It's gonna be glorious. But Bobby Roode's not gonna win because it's gonna be Rusev.
No, that's Bobby Roode.
I just said Bobby Roode's gonna not win. It's gonna be Rusev. Rusev's gonna win. Rusev's gonna win a title. Be excited.
I mean, he's not, but...
Why do you have to hate on this? This is so perfect.
I'm not hating on it. I'm just being realistic.
How dare you? Let me talk to you about Becky Lynch versus Ruby Riott.
Please don't.
You know why they did this match?
I don't want to.
Take a guess why they did it.
Because.
They're fighting for the Vagina Cup, yeah.
Sure.
Becky Lynch won, and then the Riot Squad are all like, oh, we're going to attack Becky after the match. And Becky's like, hey, I'm going to do the Battle Royal thing. We're going to throw you over the top rope. And it's how it ended. Fine. Daniel Bryan came out and cut a really good promo on the stage. He hates cardigans.
Brydog.
He hates cardigans. Do you know that?
You leave the Cardigans alone. They're a fine band.
No, not the band. The actual cardigan he wears, like that and the blazers. He's like, I hate this shit. They made me wear this and I hate it. I'm throwing it off. Don't care about board meetings and biz meetings. I want to wrestle. What I'm here to do. And I worked 3 years for this. And then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn tried to take it away from me instantly, and fuck them. The only reason he gave them opportunities over and over again were because they had, all that past history together in the indies. They were buddies, and he slept on their couch when he needed it. But yeah, they tried to end his career again, and fuck that noise. So he's giving them one more opportunity at WrestleMania. Owens and Zayn against Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan. If Owens and Zayn win, they get reinstated. Have you seen any?
So they have to win.
That's the thing. They have to win, and you have Daniel Bryan lose his first match back in New Orleans?
I don't understand it.
I don't know about that.
Unless they lose and they go to Raw.
I guess, but I don't know.
But then why?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know how they're gonna get themselves out of this one. Because the only other option would be to turn Daniel Bryan heel, and you don't want to do that.
I'd be kind of into that.
No.
I would be into this. Dude. What if Daniel Bryan is Ric Flair and Shane McMahon is Sting?
What if Shane McMahon's a picture of Sting?
Ric Flair will still beat the shit out of it and be like, fuck you. This is all about the Horseman, motherfucker. It's always about the Horsemen. Why do you keep falling for this?
Yeah,
because it's just what he does.
that could be it. But I really don't. I want face Danny Bryan. Have you seen what's been going on with Twitter regarding
No.
Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens?
I saw that Kevin Owens changed his whole thing back to Kevin Steen because Kevin Owens is the only person who really believes in kayfabe.
Well, you know what the best part about that is?
What?
Because he changed his Twitter handle, he lost the verification thing.
Oh no!
So he's not verified anymore. Also, someone's squatting on Fight Owens Fight. So I don't know if that's Kevin Owens or not. I'm worried that he lost his name forever. Also,
Twitter can get it back for him.
I'm sure. But also,
they've done it in the past.
You know who tweeted in the first time in like years?
No.
El Generico.
Oh, really?
The El Generico Twitter account tweeted something.
What did it say?
I don't know. It was a bunch of nothing. But it was totally, the style that he would always tweet. It's weird.
Was it, hey, I'm at the orphanage, LA?
Let me look it up real fast. So, yeah, I think this is really cool. They're doing all this stuff with Twitter and trying to keep kayfabe alive.
It's almost like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are two of the best wrestlers they fucking have.
Oh, here we go. He just tweeted hello amigos.
Aw.
That's it. And then at the end, EG web translate. Because he always does that because he's an idiot. Yeah, it's cool. I just hope Kevin Owens gets his verification badge back. That's a bummer.
What if he doesn't? That'd be pretty funny too.
That would be funny. The New Day finally came back from their injuries from Fastlane.
Oh no!
Bad news, they're fighting the Bludgeon Brothers.
They sure are.
No, I meant on SmackDown this week. They fought them.
Oh, well, they're fucked.
Yeah, they were. They were fucked. They tried to cut a serious promo before the match, but I wasn't feeling it. And then the match lasted a minute and a half, and then the Bludgeon Brothers were like, actually, fuck this. We have these hammers. We could just kill you with these. And then when they grabbed them, the Usos came out of nowhere and attacked the Bludgeon Brothers. And then
Actually, we disagree with your hammers.
Yep, and then Usos and the New Day cleared the ring of the Bludgeon Brothers, and then for some reason they started arguing. And then the Bludgeon Brothers were like, hey, we got our hammers again! And then chased them all off.
Uh-oh.
It was hammers.
Stop. Hammer time.
Yes. That I put that in the bat last night, which you can read over at ProWrestling.Cool. That was my caption, was stop hammer time. But yeah, then they officially announced the triple threat tag match for WrestleMania between the three teams.
Hooray!
And now I await next week when they change the match. And they make it a TLC match.
Hooray!
I don't know. I heard stuff like a couple weeks ago about rumblings about that, and then I heard the rumblings again this week. So it could happen.
It'd be pretty neat, not gonna lie.
I'm gonna play one round of It's SmackDown. Do you care?
Not how this works.
It's only one question. Tyler Breeze, do you care?
I wish I did, but unfortunately, no.
What if I told you he had a singles match?
See above.
What if I told you it was against fake Tyler Breeze?
What?
It was against fake Tyler Breeze. Who's fake Tyler Breeze?
Dolph?
Yes, he fought Dolph.
That's unfortunate.
Because Andre Battle Royal. Dolph won. Sadness. But then we go up to the
Can't have anything nice.
the main event angle, which was Shinsuke Nakamura versus Shelton Benjamin. And you know why they're fighting each other, but WWE's not telling you why.
They had a thing in New Japan, didn't they?
Yep. That's why they put on a not as good match as they did in New Japan.
Oh, man!
I know. It was fine. It just wasn't as good. But that's not the story. The story is that they're actually like setting up stuff for this WWE Championship match. There's actually a plot besides, yo, this match is gonna be fucking rad. Which
It is gonna be rad, though.
To be fair, that's fine. It is gonna be fucking rad. But what if they add some actual like storylines that they could play into the match? So remember last week where I said that Nakamura got jumped by Rusev and English, and then AJ Styles took 100 years to get there, and then he didn't help him?
I remember hearing this.
And then Nakamura said, I didn't need your help. Well, he was back in the locker room with AJ this week, and he's like, yeah, remember last week when I didn't need your help? I didn't. But I need you this week for my match against Shelton Benjamin, who's Chad Gable. And AJ Styles is like, fuck you, but also I don't want them screwing up our match at the WrestleManias. So, yeah, okay. I'll be there. So after Nakamura beat Shelton Benjamin, you know what happened?
No.
Nakamura got on the mic and said, I didn't need you.
Oh, no.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? So, is this mind games? You doing mind games with me? Fuck you. This is my ring. This is my SmackDown Live. Get the fuck out. He didn't say that part, but he kind of did. Without the cursing.
Okay.
He's like, we're going to put on this fucking awesome match. It's going to be a dream match. But also it's a dream match for me because I want to beat you at WrestleMania. And then Nakamura was being weird. He's like, and this is my favorite part because he did an impression of you, John. He did, he said, AJ Styles, you're more like, and they did one of your hisses.
That's pretty good.
And he legit did one of the hisses that you do. It's like, what? And then he's like, me, I'm like, and then he is just sitting there silently. And then he explains that AJ Styles is going to lose at WrestleMania because he's too emotional.
Sure.
Yeah. Because if you've been following all this AJ Styles stuff with Owens and Zayn, remember he's been so hot-headed and he's been shooting himself in the foot. So this totally makes sense.
It does.
So Nakamura went and left, and then who would have expected Benjamin and Gable decided to beat the shit out of AJ Styles?
Oh no!
So Nakamura went back and said, get the fuck off him. And then once he saw AJ Styles on the ground, he's like, wait a second. I'm going to get into the corner, and I'm going to rev up, I'm going to hit him in the fucking face with a Kinshasa. Except, as soon as he was about to hit him with it, he just stops and does like one of those weird things with his arms. You know how he does it? He kind of like waves them around.
Yeah, it's like, I got my handguns.
No, not that. The one where they're like dangling.
Oh, yeah.
He kind of just did that, making a weird face. And then he pointed to his knee, said knee, 2, and then he patted him on the face and said face, and then he left.
Okay. Nakamura's
being weird, and it's great. And I love it. They're doing Nakamura right, just in time for WrestleMania.
Cool guy.
So yeah, they're actually telling a story with this match, and I'm excited. This was a eventful SmackDown. Thumb up for me. They had the mixed match challenge afterward. What? You don't like the mixed match challenge?
Who was on this week?
It was the fan voted Sasha Banks and Finn Balor. And it was against Bobby Roode and blank. blank.
No,
'Cause-
I don't know. I think.
But because the Charlotte Flair's not there.
Well, yeah. So clearly he needs a partner.
Yeah. And they had a fan vote. They said, who do you want? Do you want two heels or do you want Becky Lynch?
Well, gee, I wonder who's gonna get picked, Owen.
It was Becky Lynch.
What? What? I can't believe it.
Yeah. One good thing was Bobby Roode was like not into anything that was going on. Because he's like Bobby Roode's trying to do his glorious thing, and Becky Lynch is like trying to snap her fingers because she was in the ginger snaps with Sami Zayn. She keeps snapping, and Bobby Roode's like, "No, I'm doing my entrance. Stop doing that." It was good. It was weird chemistry. Oddly enough, Sasha Banks got like a bunch of offense on Bobby Roode. I don't know why. But yeah, the match ended with Becky Lynch getting the pinfall. And yeah, Charlotte Flair, because she's gonna be back, is gonna be with Bobby Roode taking on Asuka and The Miz a week before WrestleMania.
I wonder who will win.
Well, do you think Asuka and Charlotte are gonna actually, compete much in the MMC? Because they have a match on the Sunday.
Maybe a little bit, but it's not like a huge amount.
Mm-hmm. You know what happened afterward?
No.
Kurt Angle came out because they were in Pittsburgh,
Sure.
and he had to let us know about what was happening, and that is very exciting because they're gonna fight for the charities next week. But I brought a clip, John.
What?
I brought a clip of Kurt Angle because you know what happens when Kurt Angle gets a live microphone, right?
He says wrong things.
Oh, he sure does. Here you go.
It's been a very chaotic yet exciting night for the Mixed Match Challenge. Charlotte Flair goes down with an injury, but the WWE Universe picks Becky Lynch as her replacement, her temporary replacement.
Yep.
Did you say Becky Lynch?
Yep. And a placement.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know why does Kurt Angle keep getting roles where he talks? He can't do that.
Look, man, he's got a broken freaking neck. Okay, lighten up on the guy.
Fair. But also, I just wanted to let you know I've introduced that ability now. We can play clips on the show. So if you ever want to bring a clip along, feel free to send it to me before we do the podcast.
I got a clip for you.
I actually have a clip in the next segment.
Might be a little too long though. Boom.
Nope. That's
it for heel turn.
Nope. That's it for that segment. That's it for the Mixed Match Challenge. Yay. Do you want to hear about 205 Live?
Not really.
Oh, come on. Why don't you want to hear about 205 Live?
I mean, you're gonna tell me anyway.
John, it had a match of the year candidate. But it wasn't the first match. The first match was really good, though, because we had Drake Maverick on commentary, because he tends to do that now, as you saw on Raw. And we had Mark Andrews against Tony Nese. What do they have in common?
Beards.
They both lost to Drew Gulak in the tournament.
Okay.
So they both won a piece of Drew Gulak, so Maverick said, you guys fight each other, and the winner I'll consider maybe giving you a fight against Gulak. And the match was good. Mark Andrews hit, and this is the move that you hate the name of, the Stunt Dog Millionaire,
I hate it.
which is a kind of like a spinning cutter, and then hit a shooting star press to win.
I hate it.
John, this shooting star press was the greatest shooting star press of all time. You know why?
No, what?
Well, let Nigel McGuinness explain to you why it's the greatest shooting star press of all time. Because this has never happened in the history of wrestling before.
I don't like this.
And the shooting star press, a thing of beauty from Mark Andrews. And check it out one more time, Nigel. Look at the height, look at the rotation, but look at the land.
That's a 25 feet through there. Stuck it perfectly.
John, he jumped 25 feet in the air.
How did he jump 25 feet in the
I don't
air?
know. Nigel McGuinness said he did it, so it's obviously canon. He jumped 25 feet in the air. That's like as tall as a Hell in a Cell.
Cool.
Does Nigel McGuinness not understand how our measurement system works?
No.
What did he think he was saying?
2.5 feet?
No, he said 25. He said 25
Well, I know. I know what he said. I'm thinking maybe that's what he thought he was saying.
I know. But I still just had to include that clip because I thought that was so funny. 25 feet in the air. Incredible.
What else happened, Owen?
Well, Drake Maverick shook the hand of Mark Andrews, said, you know what? I considered it, and you got the match next week against Drew Gulak. And then they interviewed Drew Gulak backstage, and he's wearing a suit, and he's like, fuck this, fuck you, you don't even know Mark Andrews' name, because the person interviewing it flubbed on Mark Andrews' name. He's like, what the fuck, his name's Mark Andrews. I'm sure I held the Gulak on for too long, but fuck him. I'm the greatest tentacle submission artist in WWE, and it's not about winning, it's about making people tap out. I'm gonna make them tap out. Fuck him. I'm Drew Gulak. I like this Gulak. He still wears suits, but now he's a badass, and he's pretty much like Dean Malenko. Cool.
But what if he also did PowerPoint presentations?
I know. It's fine though. We had a good sit down face to face with Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali. Cedric's whole story was that, you know, he wants to make his family proud. He's that whole thing about his daughter saying that, calling him a champion every day, and he's like, I want to actually be a champion and, you know, bring that home to her. And Mustafa Ali's like, wait a second, what was that ending with you winning? Have you seen your track record? You always get real close and then you lose. But not me. I also have a family. I also have a daughter. I want to make them proud. Fuck you. This is my story. I'm winning the belt. I'm going to hold the belt up at the WrestleManias. It was good. I didn't do it justice, but it was a really good back and forth. The one really good line by Ali was that Cedric was writing a beautiful story, but it seems like every time he gets to the end, he runs out of ink. That was nice. Main event was a fatal 4-way between Kalisto, Akira Tozawa, TJP, and Buddy Murphy, and this is a match of the year candidate. This match was awesome. They didn't do the traditional thing of, oh, it's only two people in the ring and they keep rotating out. Everyone was involved. TJP was a fucking star in this. Like, one of the things he did, like, he had a Kalisto. Well, no, first he had a Tozawa in the Agori stretch, which is the thing, you know, where you have him on your back, like back to back, and you're like, got his hands and legs hooked.
Yeah.
He had that. And while he did that, he had Kalisto in the surfboard swing where you have him in a surfboard, but you pick him up and have him like dangling above the ground. He did both of those at the same time. It was
He's just,
crazy.
Lying on top of the dude?
No. He had Tozawa on his back. And he had... No, it's the version, like kind of like what Tyler Bate did a few weeks ago. Where he has him like hooked up in the surfboard, but picks him up off the ground. So that he's like kind of like swinging.
Oh, okay.
So he did both those at the same time. And then we had another crazy spot later on in the match where TJP had him in the actual Kalisto in the actual surfboard, which is where he's on the ground and he's got him up in the air above him, right?
Yeah.
So during this, Buddy Murphy slides in underneath Kalisto and pins TJP while he's got him in the surfboard. And Akira Tozawa's on the top rope and says, "Actually, I need to break up this pinfall. So I'm going to do a jumping senton off the top rope into Kalisto, which knocks him down into Buddy Murphy, which knocks him into TJP. Domino effect knocks them all out." It was incredible. I've never seen anything like that. This match was innovative. It was exciting, fast-paced. It's match of the year quality. I cannot recommend it enough. It ended with Buddy Murphy hitting Murphy's Law on TJP and getting the pinfall before the other two could get into the ring fast enough. Incredible match.
What does he win?
He's gonna be in consideration to get a title shot after WrestleMania's.
What a great prize.
John, they don't have a lot of great prizes in 205 right now. They got to introduce the other belts soon. Don't worry about it. 205 Live is incredible. You should watch 205 Live. What's wrong with you? Watch it.
I'm not going to.
You should watch it. Fine. Tell me about NXT.
Let's talk about a show that has a new prize that you can win.
Is it?
But first, let's talk about my least favorite thing, because the show opened with fucking Tommaso Ciampa.
What? Did it really?
Yep.
Did you turn it off?
I almost did.
You should turn it off. Fuck that guy. He doesn't deserve time on his podcast. He's a monster and he's a bad man.
They announced the unsanctioned match.
It's an unsanctioned match.
If Johnny Gargano wins, he gets his job back. If Tommaso Ciampa wins, Gargano's banished forever. Spoilers. Johnny Gargano is not winning.
What? Why?
This is gonna go to 205 Live.
No. Actually, wait, no, I like that show. That's I want him on NXT though.
I agree.
Because people
I
actually
want him as NXT champion. I want him to be like fucking Finn Balor and not go to that shithole.
Excuse me, 205 Live is good now. Only problem is people don't watch it except for me.
And no one will ever escape from there.
That's not. They don't want to escape now. 205 Live is legitimately like one of the best shows that WWE produces. I like it more than SmackDown now, which is crazy.
Oh, and they announced the North American Championship.
They show it?
No. But you know what they did show?
What?
EC3!
Who's that?
You may have heard of him. He's a 1%er.
What does EC3 stand for?
The formula to his success.
Did you say that?
Commentary said that.
Damn. That's kind of good. I kind of like that.
That is really good.
Shit. I'm into it.
I'm into it. I'm into his whole I'm a 1%er gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rich. Like, yeah, it's basically just, Ethan Carter III, but not acknowledging why he's rich or where that came from.
It was kind of like Bobby Roode when he was good. Remember Bobby Roode?
A little bit, yeah. No, who's that?
He used to be NXT champion, then he disappeared forever.
Have you heard EC3's new theme song?
No. Did they play it?
Yeah. He's got his own custom theme.
What is it?
It's about how he's a 1%er.
I'm gonna have to listen to this. It sounds like it might be good.
Listen to it while I'm talking about this stuff.
I can't.
Because I want your perspective.
It'll play through the thing. I can't.
Play it on your phone or something. I don't know.
Again, John, it's picked up by the microphone. Don't worry, I'll listen to it later.
Point is, he was all like, "Oh wow, geez, your title right out the bat. That's cool. You're awesome." And Regal's like, "Hold up there, player. We're gonna have a ladder match with you and 5 other people."
Did you say that?
He said everything but hold up there, player.
Oh man. Okay.
So yeah, they announced the ladder match. They
Ladder
did not
match!
announce any of the people in the ladder match, but we know who's going to be in the ladder match. Actually, no, they did announce the people in the ladder match.
Yeah, I think I need to add a button to this that just does Dario Cueto's yelling ladder match.
Sure. That's something you could do, I guess.
Yeah, I could.
So, Owen, did you watch any of this NXT?
I watched little bits of it because I was setting up our new setup for Heel Turn. The live
What
version.
was your opinion on the Street Profits versus the Authors of Pain?
I didn't see the match. I just saw the entrance, and I said that Montez Ford guy is cool.
Montez
Also,
Ford
don't-
is the fucking
Also,
best.
don't fuck with Paul Ellering.
He tried to get Paul Ellering to drink his from his cup.
Don't
Paul
fuck
Ellering
with
was
him.
like, "Fuck your cup,"
I mean, he's Paul Ellering.
and Montez Ford was like, "What the fuck did you say to me? What the fuck did you do? I'm gonna beat your fucking ass."
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
He did not beat up Paul Ellering. You don't fuck
He
with
did
him.
not beat up Paul Ellering. He got all in Paul Ellering's face and like he was gonna beat him the fuck up, while Paul Ellering was slowly backing away. And basically, this led to both Akam and Rizar just beating the shit out of Angelo Dawkins until they won.
Nice.
Because Montez Ford was too busy wanting to kill Paul Ellering.
As you do.
This was barely a match.
Of course not.
I'm disappointed.
It's fine. You get a good finals next week. Wink.
I see what you did there.
Mm-hmm.
Lars fought a jobber.
How's Lars looking? We haven't seen him in a while.
He sure is Lars.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, he's Lars.
I did hear his promo later, which I very much
his
enjoyed.
promo's good.
He's still that I'm a monster, but I'm also a genius.
He's erudite. I like him.
Yes.
Lars is cool.
He's gonna win the belt.
Kota Kai had a match.
No, don't do this to me, John. Don't.
Just came
do
out into
this.
the ring. Was all like, "Yeah, I'm gonna wrestle. It's gonna be great."
Yeah, and
And then NXT was like, "Psych!" Here's Andrade Cien Almas beating the shit out of Aleister Black outside the arena.
but John, I like Dakota Kai.
And then he dragged Aleister Black into the arena and beat the shit out of him some more in the middle of the ring.
I don't like Aleister Black getting the shit beat out of him. Why?
I was pretty into it. Andrade's a dick.
Wait, where did Dakota Kai go?
Who knows?
I hope she comes back.
Nah.
Fuck you, she's great. What do you guys against her? Her theme song is awesome.
Nah.
It sounds like it's from an anime. She might be anime, I don't know. Maybe I like anime now.
Let's talk about the main event.
Yeah?
That actually wasn't the main event, if I'm being honest.
What was it?
It was the next round in the next match of the Dusty Rhodes Classic of Sanity versus Roderick Strong and the Pete Dunne.
Excuse me, what did you write this match down as?
Junkrat and CM as Rod Strong and Man Who Hates Fingers.
That sounds about right. He sure does hate fingers.
He does hate fingers. He doesn't like Eric Young's fingers.
Mm-hmm.
He does bad things to Eric Young's fingers. I bet you loved it.
I can't watch these matches. It just upsets me. Like, it shakes me to my core. I just don't want to see people's fingers get fucked up like that. It's not okay.
This was a very good match. I disagree with the ending.
I'm surprised. I thought I heard the other way. The other result happened.
That's what I thought, too.
Someone told me that Saudi won this match, and they didn't. What?
What are they doing with Sanity?
They're gonna go up to the main roster. They're gonna have a feud with Woken Matt Hardy.
What are they doing with them? Like, what are they actually doing with Sanity? Because they're not doing anything with Nikki Cross.
They're just buying their time until they move them up. That's why they're not putting them in any serious feuds right now.
I mean, Killian Dane's got a match next week, and he's in the fucking North American Championship match.
Okay, huh? I don't know then. I guess
He just had that thing with the Aleister Black.
I guess they're on the back burner. I don't know. I like Sanity. I just feel like their time in the main spot is done.
I just feel like Sanity never really got the momentum they needed. You know?
Who that reminds me of?
Who's that?
The Vaudevillains in NXT.
Yeah.
They won the belts and then instantly lost them, and then they just never recovered.
Well, they fucking fired Blue Pants, so what do you expect?
They never signed Blue Pants. They fucked up.
And that's why.
Exactly.
It's a fucking crime.
Oh, well.
And that's it for Heel Turn.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a production of ProWrestling.Cool?
It's not just cool, it's .cool, and it's a website that we run. Go to the website. We do website things.
I mean, I do website things.
Look, man. I didn't even watch Raw until, like, 2 hours ago.
And?
I guess 3.5 at this point.
And?
I told you my opinions on Raw. It was not a good show.
Still right about it.
Busy having a birthday.
How dare you have a birthday? All right, this week
Racist.
you have it. This week you have an actual reason. I'll give you that.
Hmm?
This week you have an actual reason. I'll give you that. Next week you should watch Raw. Because I think
maybe I'll just want to die.
No, because we got a special programming update about next week. Should we tell them?
Sure.
We're gonna do Heel Turn on Tuesday.
What?
We're gonna do it after the 205 Live. We're gonna instead of being after NXT, we're gonna be after 205 Live because me and John, or mostly me, is gonna be traveling to Boston for PAX East. So we need to get the podcast in, and we'd like to do it live. So we might as well do it after most of the shows of the week. So that's what we're gonna do.
Probably be a shorter episode because it'll be so late.
But yeah, I mean, but it'll mostly just be us recapping the cards for WrestleMania and NXT Takeover New Orleans and giving our predictions.
True.
And because
yeah,
and talking about the big angles that they shoot.
Guess where they can find that, Owen?
I don't know where.
Twitch.tv/Ozone Online or on YouTube by searching for ProWrestling.Cool when we do that live next Tuesday.
Nice.
Also, you can find us at Facebook at Facebook.com/PWDOTC, on Twitter at The Heel Turn, and on Patreon at Patreon.com/PWC. Give us your money, please.
Yes, with if you help us out with at least $1 a month, you get the show notes for all the episodes.
What?
Plus and any funds we get go directly to the site. It helps us out with all all this fancy stuff we're trying out, like this whole new layout we did for the video version, which, aside from one little hiccup, I think turned out pretty well.
I mean, the audio is pretty bad at points. At least me trying to understand what you were saying, but we'll fix that.
That's more so that was an internet problem. I'm gonna work on getting a new router or something at some point, so hopefully that's fixed.
Well, where can the people find out your adventures in getting a new router? Where will you be telling people about this adventures?
I'm not tweeting out about a router, but they can still follow me at _ozone.
You fucked up, man. You're denying the people the information they want to know.
Why don't you tell them the truth on Twitter? Where can they find you?
Find me on Twitter and on Instagram and a whole bunch at I am John GM.
But where can
find
they
out
find
the
you?
truth about whatever it is I tweeted about today. I tweeted about something.
Where can they? It was about the Deadpool script.
Right, yeah, that fake Deadpool script that Donald Glover posted.
John, but what about if they want to
Did you
see
read that?
No.
It's really funny.
But John,
it's totally not real.
Of course not. But what about if you want to play video games? Where are they gonna find you?
Find me on Twitter. Find me on Twitch if you really want to do that at video_shames. Twitch.tv/video_shames.
Nice. All right. That'll do it for Heel Turn. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll be back next Tuesday with a new episode and our final stop on the road to New Orleans. Before we go though, John, can I just level with you, John?
What?
So WrestleMania 34 New Orleans again. It's got the fleur-de-lis, thing, same as WrestleMania 30, right?
Yeah.
Are they really fucking using the Celebrate song again?
They sure fucking are, Owen.
Are you kidding me? They're doing the same song and the same theme for. Oh God.
I mean, they have the other Kid Rock song that they use too, but yeah, they're fucking using Celebrate.
They repeat